Hey kids, this is Jack. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Adventure Jungle Zoo. As you might notice, I fixed the problem with my microphone, so sorry about that, guys. It's things happen, and I don't want to be the guy who presents himself as being absolutely perfect when he's not. So I don't mind showing you when I make an oopsie, and boy howdy did I make an oopsie. I also wanted to show you that I did retheme and work on the Indian elephant habitat. We've got 3 Indian elephants in this habitat. They are doing very well. They're very happy, but I wanted to show you that I did work on this building, and I changed it from the African theme to the Indian theme, and I think it looks much more appropriate. Also, if you go inside, we got signs, we got education boards, we got a speaker, couple of benches. As I said, the elephants are doing very well. I do have a shelter for them that is Indian themed. And this is a pretty good habitat now. I mean, not that it wasn't a bad habitat before, but I think it fits the Indian elephants better now. So, what we're going to be doing in this session is we are going to be putting together a habitat for the Formosan bear. These bears are native to the island of Taiwan, which when originally discovered by the Spanish, they named Formosa for some reason, because they couldn't just accept the fact that there were people already living there, and that they might actually have a name for their island already, because that's the way people who move in and take over a place operate. So let's get started, shall we? So the first thing, as always, the first thing that I want to do is I want to outline the habitat that I want to make with the null barrier. These bears do require a certain height requirement on the barriers. They do require climb-proof barriers. They will climb right out of their cages if you let them. Not that there's anything really wrong with that. Hey, it's the prisoner's duty to escape, right? But it does make it a little inconvenient. So what I might end up doing is I might that's going to be a little bit big. Hold on a second. Let's haul that back a couple of times. 1, 2. What I might end up doing is I might end up using one of the standard barriers and then putting like the one-way glass windows into it. Because, it's just an easy way to do it. But I'm also considering what I want to do as far as the viewing points, because I'm thinking that what I want is to either put a viewing point in where the guests can see the cave in which the bear is sleeping, or else I want to put some other kind of similar viewing point. So what I might do is put in some paths that actually enter the area of, come on, hook up, not there, over here, yes, right there, boom. What was I saying? I might want to put in some paths that actually enter the area of the habitat itself. So, let me see. I'm going to put the entrance to the bear's habitat right here. Let me see if this is enough room. 1,400? Yeah. The bear requires like only 900 some odd feet of of traversable habitat. So making 1,400, that's plenty. But one of the things I do want to do, like I said, I'm going to, I think I'm going to make use of one of the barriers rather than like construct an artificial barrier. Although, another thing I could do is I could reuse those logs from the elephants. That might work. At least 2 meters worth of, 2 meters of climb proof. Let's see. You know what? It might just be easier. Hold on a second. Let's turn off the blueprints, and where's my keeper hut? Small keeper hut. Come on, man. Cooperate just a little. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud, I get it exactly where I want it, and then I turn, I let go of the pressure on my mouse and it moves just a little because reasons. All right. Terrain modification failed. I wonder why. Ah, my insulin alarm. I'll turn that off for just a second. And yes, I will take my insulin, I promise. I always do. Terrain modification failed. Really? This is upsetting. Hold on a second. Okay. Facilities. Let's go back to my keeper hut, which I should be able to put down. I mean, it's telling me I'm able to put down. You notice this, right? Wait. Flatten terrain. I don't want it to flatten the terrain. Just put it down. Like so. Okay. We'll bring this over, and there we go. Now, the other thing I wanted was a small staff room. We'll put it down right there. Now, let's go back to the barriers, and we will connect these barriers. Now, let's put in some construction. You know what I'm going to use? This is an Asian bear. It's an Asian bear. It really, truly is. However, barriers are kind of barriers. I don't want to suddenly do a big fancy thing. This is a tropical zoo, so what we're going to do is we are going to pull up the African theme, because I know, hey, Chinese bears, let's do Africa. But what I want is the logs. I want the logs. Okay. Now, edit the barrier. Let's edit this barrier a little. Oh, for crying out loud. Let's get rid of the path before we edit the barrier, because that just makes all the sense in the world. No, that's not what I wanted. I want to edit the barrier. Oh, for crying out loud. What do I got to do here? There. Now, let's go back to editing the barriers now that I've moved this one. We're going to move, edit this to right there. No, 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 no. Get back over here. There. Now this, we're going to make wood logs. We're going to bring it up to the height. I said I wanted it wood logs, guys. Wood logs. Oh, for fuck's sake. Excuse the profanity, people, but I am seriously sometimes sick and tired of how this game just does not want to cooperate at all. There. Okay. Oh, for crying out. What does a guy got to do to get things done here? All right. That's like 3 meters worth of wall. I don't need 3 meters though, I only need 2, but hey, if that's the height it's gonna be, that's the height it's gonna be, right? Alright. So, let's bring this over. Now I fully expect to have the same problem. Yeah. Believe it or not, there's going to have to be a small hole in my wall to get it to be logs. But that's okay. This is how I want the back of my habitat. Oh, for crying out loud! All right, hold on. Naughty, naughty. Bye-bye. I'm going to pause the game now so I don't keep getting interrupted. No, she's not. She's been traded out of the zoo. Have you ever noticed? Something I have noticed is they only tell you that the females are interbreeding. It's like, she's about to have sex with her dad. Well, why aren't we talking about how her dad is about to have sex with her? Just doesn't seem fair. Anyway. Okay. Now we are going to continue the fences. And I don't need to raise them any further. I don't think. Let's just make them straight. There we go. So, it looks like these are 2 meters already, and that's about the height that I need. But what I want to do is I want to split these in half at least. Why are you giving me such trouble? Okay, fine. Let's move you out this way some. That way I can do this. Okay, we're going to put in one-way glass. There we go. That works. That way it does give the bear a little bit of privacy. Okay, and let's again split this in half. And we will... hello tree, how you doing? And we'll split this one in half. And then we will put the glass in that one. We'll put the glass in that one. We will put the glass in... where'd the glass go? Oh, right, logs. In that. Let's just bring this over and... Alright, here we go. But you see what I'm doing. Basically every other panel of the fence... Oh, for crying out loud. Every other... What is the difficulty here? What was I saying? Every other panel of the fence I'm making one-way glass. This should give some fairly decent viewing to the guests, in addition to the cave setup that I'm going to be making. All right, let's get some paths hooked up here. Come on, come on. You can do it. There we go. Now. Okay, that's fine. So, what I may end up doing... I mean, I know that that hole there is just way too small for a bear to get through, but you know, it bugs me. There, that'll work. Okay. Let's lower this down a bit so that we can use it just a second. Maybe make it 4. There we go. I want to give the bear, you know, a place to hide from the people if it needs it, in addition to like any caves I might put in here. And a hill is a nice spot, you know, it gives it a place to walk behind if it needs to. But I'm not planning on putting its living space under the hill. The hill is just going to be a thing. In fact, I may end up taking the hill out, depending. Alright. Although maybe not. I had just had an idea. Barriers. Okay. Path. This is not going to be a deep intrusion. 4 meter wide, that'll work. basically I just want to do this. Okay. Barriers. Who's got the barrier? All right, let's. Can I move this a little bit closer to the path? Yes. This a little bit closer to the path. All right. No, looks like that's as close as it's gonna get. Are you sure? Are we sure? Yeah. Okay. Now. I openly admit I am no damn good whatsoever at making curved barrier pieces. I'm just not. I suck at it. I'm not an expert by any means. You know, I certainly am not someone who can just whip it right out like some of the other guys on YouTube can. But, you know, I do what I can. And if it doesn't look 100% like what I want, well, you know, that's just the way it is. Ideal. This I want to make one-way glass completely. There we go. Now. Okay. Here's my cunning plan. Let me rework this hill. All right. Now, do I have a pre-made cave? Savannah Cave. No, that's not good enough. Cave set. Oh, I see. It's building pieces. Neat. Tropical cave opening. That's interesting. Because let me show you what I actually want to do. That's just not deep enough. It's a little bit big for the habitat, as is this one. So let me see. I don't mind using a blueprint. That's what they're there for. Plus, you know, like I said, there's some things I'm just not very good at. And we'll make this one object, and we'll move it. Now again, this is a pretty big object. It really is. It's you know, huge. But I've got this idea, and I'm hoping that it works out. Now I'm going to go ahead and lower the land inside the cave a little. Like so. Like this. And we'll put the hill over here. Smooth out that edge to make sure the bear can actually travel around on this hill. And then, okay, let's see. First, we don't need that rock, let's dump it. We don't need that rock either, let's dump that. These two rocks we will move to over here. Put them down in the ground. There we go. That rock I'm going to move.